Welcome to our first lesson this quarter, and the title is The Call of Wisdom. The first chapter begins with such a passion and such emotions into the words of the author, and the author is Solomon, the son of David, and his message to us is open yourself for the wisdom. Not only that, but even strive to get even more wisdom in your lives. And he says that even the wise men, when they listen to his words, to his proverbs, they're going to become wiser. And you can almost feel how uneasy he is until we start living in a wise manner. Wisdom is the way to go. And in this lesson, the question is, what is your choice in life? Is it the voice of sinners? Is it the way of evil or the way of wisdom?
As the author says in the lesson, ever since the choice that Adam and Eve did, we do struggle with the wrong choices syndrome. I mean, have you felt this way, that everything that you do is wrong? Well, it could be that you feel like everything is right, but is it? Look, I like to think of myself as an intelligent being, but how come that so many times I just feel incredibly stupid? Don't dare to answer that. But seriously, how is it possible for a highly intelligent and skilled person to become slave of desires, addictions, ambitions? How come that so often the things that we hate the most, we often end up doing to others? We don't have the answers for all these questions, but this is why this quarter's quest for wisdom will be so exciting.
And also sometimes we carry this imagery in our mind of an old man with a white beard, and this is how we see a wise man and wisdom. But it seems that the Bible in the book of Proverbs opposes that by telling us that wisdom begins with the fear of the Lord, meaning that knowing wisdom is a spiritual experience regardless of our age. So Proverbs is a message to the young people as much as is for the old people. It's a message for all who are seeking for spirituality and better meaning in life. There is another misconception about wisdom, is that it's an attribute of the mind, an attribute of the logic, an attribute of the strong memory of the past experience. So if you're very experienced, you're most likely to be wise. And it's a wrong misconception. But you might be surprised to hear that wisdom resides into the heart. Wisdom enters into the heart, and you either love it or ignore it. Wisdom formulates our desires, our dreams, our emotions, empowers our choices, also enables us to understand what is just, what is right, what is fair. And most of the time, it's much, much deeper than just a thought. It's a way of life.
One thing that I'm getting out of the study this week is that wisdom is not just something that is going to happen to you. Just look at the first 5 verses of chapter 2. Turn your ear, apply your heart, call for insight, cry aloud for understanding, look for it as a silver and search for it as a hidden treasure. I mean, the whole being is involved in the search for wisdom. It's about the essence of my life.
Wisdom is life lived in dependency of God. Self-reliance is foolishness, says Solomon. Wisdom is trust in the counsel of God. What other choice do we have? Trust in ourselves, depend on our own understanding, and to be impressed by our own wisdom. But isn't this the message throughout the whole Bible? Dependency on God's grace. So I can conclude that a wise man is a faithful believer in God, and wisdom is a spiritual commitment.
Realizing our dependency from God. I think that we have enough to think about for this week.